We're alive.
We are. We're here.
Excellent.
Some of us are feeling better than others, unfortunately.
Yeah, I may let Cassie do more talking than normal.
I'm sorry, friend.
It's okay. We're gonna make it through.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome. Finished your internship, so you're free on Fridays again. Yay!
Yay!
I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, welcome to our, what is this, December Live. Sorry guys, I'm telling you, like 2 days ago, I woke up with a sore throat and congestion and all the stuff, and Cassie's like, should we cancel? I was like, no, we've told everybody Friday. We're announcing the 2026 theme. We can't miss.
I mean, when you're sick, you're sick. Like, you can't help that.
That's true, but we're going to power through. See, Elizabeth doesn't know what month it is either, right?
Yeah.
Heather, where did 2025 go?
Yeah. Yep, I do too, because, like, I'm still like, it's December? What? Like, So, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't set up my planner for next month, and I was like, oh, I don't have bandwidth like, it needs to be set up for next month, so gotta work on that.
It's okay. You have time.
Okay,
not a lot, but you have time.
Yeah, I know. Well, I have to get through. If I can get through like the 16th, then all of everything will calm down. That's not true. Some things will calm down. I won't have rehearsals and things like that anymore, which will help.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of housekeeping things today and our normal November recap. Yes. So we're going to do that. But we would love to hear like your thoughts on the challenge. We'll send out like a little, what did you think of the challenge survey at some point. But we wanted to talk a little bit about prizes today to remind you guys that the prize form is due Monday.
Yes.
So if you haven't filled that out, do that. It was in the email that you got today. It was in the email before that, and it will be in the email after. I was trying to think, did I do that in the last email? I did do that in the last email. But we need to get those in by Monday so that Cassie and I have time to order the physical goodies to send you guys, because we shipping and everything is crazy in the US at this time of year. So we're trying to make sure that we don't have issues with that. But make sure you fill out the prize form. Edit letters due next week, and you have 2 girl, I feel that.
Oh, girl.
Concert I'm attending on Sunday. I was supposed to attend a craft day Saturday, but I was like, guys, I don't feel good and I don't want to get you sick. So I'm not going to go to the craft thing. I have a concert on Sunday, I have dress rehearsals all next week, and then I have a performance the week after, the Sunday after that. So like, boom, boom, boom. I feel that, Heather, in the depths of my soul right now. I'm like, of all the times of year, this is not the week to be sick. It's fine.
Lots of vitamin C. That's all we can say. And rest.
Vitamin C right here. Okay, so we wanted to remind you to fill out the prize form. We'll probably say that like 8 bajillion times today, just because I want to make sure you guys get your prizes. If you have questions about that, let us know. We are going to announce the 2026 theme today and talk about the rules a little bit for that. Yay!
We're so excited.
I don't have the link yet ready where, like, if you have friends that you want to invite, I don't have that ready yet, but I will get that to you as soon as I can in the email. So if you have anybody that you think would enjoy our challenges, definitely invite them. And then we do have our December Zoom coming up, so we wanted to talk about that. I'm looking at my sticky notes over here because I don't have 2 brain cells right now, so I have to write it all down.
I feel
and that. Then the giveaway. So the prize form is due on Monday the 8th. We'll announce the giveaway sometime next week. Although next week is a little bit chaos for me, so it might be the week of the 15th, just because I will be like at work and rehearsals all next week.
Yeah.
So, but that will be coming soon. But we're going to wait till the prize form closes so that everybody who wants to get like the entries into the giveaway can do that.
Yes.
Am I missing any of the like big announcements? Is that everything?
I think that's everything.
Okay. Zoom. So the Zoom time is going to be the 16th at 3:30 Central Time. Yes. Don't worry, we're going to send that in the email, so you'll have the link and all that in the email. But just there's that. And then the prize form we already talked about. So we'll do the November recap, and then we'll talk about 2026. If you have guesses while we're doing our recap, put it down in the chat. We'd love to know what you think.
Yes. We want
Okay.
to, and you might just give us ideas for future ones.
Right. Cassie, how many books did you read this month?
I read 11 books.
Get out of here. Oh my gosh.
I know. I only own 2 of them, so I don't have a lot of books.
Well, I have one of
to
them.
show you. Yes, Coralie has one of them. One of them I have the ebook for, so there's that. But I'm gonna share them in order of what I read them. So I read In Darkness Fled and In Darkness Won, both by Jill Williamson, which if you have not read those books, those are massive tomes. We talked a whole lot about them on the last call because I've read the first book. So I finished the series this month. And also I'm really dumb. I just realized I do have another book, but it's an e-arc. I can't go get it now. It's too late.
Heather, 5 is good. Good job finishing 5. You finished more than I did.
5 is great. Yes.
5 is great.
Still good. So, yeah. And then I read Everything's Coming Up Rosie by Courtney Walsh. And this one is the one that Coralie has, is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Because that's on, the bingo card that I will not black out, unfortunately. If you didn't watch our last live, you will know why.
I feel like the last one was a hoot. We went a little off the rails last time.
Yeah, we did. It was wild. So yeah, read that. Then I read The Summer of Yes by Courtney Walsh. And then I read Positively Penelope by, I didn't put her name in here. It was Pepper Basham. And then I read An Hour Unspent by Rosanna M. White, which, for y'all's information, that's the 3rd book in the series. Did not know that when I started it. They are all technically standalone. But now that I have read the first 2, I'm like, that still would have been nice to have had the context for, because there's like things that happen in the 3rd one that like allude to what happens in book 1 and 2. Right. And I also already knew how they kind of ended because.
Right. That's like, so Heather mentioned the 4 Kingdoms. I love the Princess game, by the way. Excellent. So good. That one's one of my favorites. But those like a lot of the indie fairy tale world does that. They're standalones, but it's nice if you read them in order because you pick up little bits and pieces that they like refer back to, and you know how the couples end and all those things. So like technically it could be a standalone, but you get more out of it when you read it in order.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good job, Elizabeth. She said she read 4.
Oh, nice.
That's great. If you think about it this way, if you read 4 books in a month, that's 1 book a week. If you do that all year, that's like 52 books a year. That's great.
That's still really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's fair, Heather. I'm one of my favorite, like my favorite childhood princess is Aurora, is the Sleeping Beauty. And the Princess game, I thought, did that particular fairy tale really, really, really well. Oh. Catherine says she finished a major goal for the year in November, finishing Stormlight Archives series, the last book that you've been working on since July, and the series was about 6,000 pages. That's amazing.
That's a lot. So, yeah. Those are massive tomes, too.
Elizabeth, did you hit your goal for the year? Or, I mean, we still have a couple weeks left for like people who have yearly goals. But how are you tracking with that 50? We'd love to know.
Yeah.
Cassie, what else did you read while we're waiting?
So I also read A Christmas Carol.
I love that edition.
Me too. It's so pretty.
Got the gold pages.
Yes.
And the ribbon. It has a pretty little ribbon in it.
Yes, it does.
Cassie's like, shut up. I don't want to show them all this stuff.
I mean, it's fine. I did the audiobook. I should actually.
Yeah, it's illustrated too.
Yeah, it's illustrated. So it's a super pretty copy. So I read that. And then I also read Mara, Daughter of the Nile, which is a childhood favorite.
I've wondered about that one.
I love this one. It's very nostalgic for me. I've read it, I don't know, at least 10 times at this point. Oh, shoot. I just dropped it. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, did that. And then I read A Name Unknown, also by Rosanna M. White. So yeah. And I know I marked that as the second one. That's the first one. And then I did finish the second one, but that's this month. And then the last book I read for the month, I have the Arc Ford that I forgot about, but it's still pretty cover, so I have to show it. Is the restitching of Camille
You
Delay.
finished it? You didn't tell me you finished it.
I just, literally on November 30th finished it.
I need to read that one so badly.
It's so good. It's so good. So good. So
Heather says she finished Way of Kings and she's not sure how she feels about it. I haven't read that one yet. My sister wants me to start with Mistborn instead of Way of Kings, actually. Elizabeth hit her goal for the year. She read 53.
Yay! That's awesome.
That's what we're all about here. We got to hit the goals.
Yes, hit the goals.
Catherine says she missed her blackout by 1 square.
Oh, no.
I hope your migraine's feeling better. I know you said you were not feeling good the other day. Oh, Catherine also recommends starting with Mistborn. Okay, maybe I need to, because I own Way of Kings. I just haven't ever read it. I was supposed to read it with a book group, and then life happened that year, and I did not do that. So, all right, Cassie, what was your favorite book of the month? I have a guess.
You have a guess?
I do.
You are probably not wrong.
Is it the restitching of Camille Delane?
It is the restitching of Camille
Shocker.
Delane. But thankfully, I can't pick that as my book of the year because it's book 2.
So you can pick it as the book of the year. It's just that we would mail book 1. We wouldn't actually mail book 2. But you read book 1 in the same year. So
I know.
Which one did you like better?
I think I really liked the restitching of Camille Delane. Book 1 was great. But yeah, book 1 was great. Loved book 1. That's been a favorite contender for the year for a while. Ever since I read it, obviously. So it's been a contender. But this book, so part of it was I forgot the big reveal at the end. And so then I was like reading this book going, I'm guessing this is how it's going to go. But then I was like, but what was the reveal at the end? Because maybe they already told me that, and that's why I know. And so I don't know if I called this, because I called this thing very, very early on. And I don't know if it's because it said it at the end of book 1 or not. So
you never went back and looked?
No. I don't have time for that right now, girl. Life is too
I was
chaotic.
literally going to go back and look for you, but I got distracted. I think it was dog sitting that week, so I didn't have it with me or something.
That's fair.
Okay.
So but it's so good. And yeah, I don't know how much to say without giving spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
I love just all of the different Easter eggs. I'll say that. There's a lot of Easter eggs that are not quite Easter eggs, but I can't say.
Okay. Brain work. Favorite of the year. And this, so this doesn't have to be our official choice favorite of the year. This is just our normal monthly recap. What are you feeling? What are you vibing? Oh, Catherine. Oh my gosh. Okay, while you think that, Catherine says, Stormlight Archive is a doozy, super long and super dense epic fantasy. Definitely not for everyone. Also, you have to finish Keeper of the Lost Cities first. Guess what I did? You're going to be so proud of me. I bullied Cassie long enough that she finally bought. You didn't buy book 1. She got book 1 from the library.
Yeah.
I don't think she started it yet, but that's closer than I've been for the last 3 years of trying to bully her into reading this series.
I did start it. Thank you very much.
You did? You didn't tell me that.
I thought I did because I was sitting there waiting for I tutor this little boy in reading. And so I was at the library, picked up my book, and I sat there waiting for them to arrive, and I was reading it while I waited.
You did not tell me that.
I thought for sure I did. I think you just didn't hear me.
I need a play-by-play.
And I sent you a text about it last night, which you never responded to.
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe it didn't come to. We're going to figure this out after. Because me and my sick brain are not going to let this go. But yes, Catherine, so I have, for my last 2 years in December, I've read 3 books at a time. So 2 years ago, I read 1, 2, and 3 again. Last year, I read 4, 5, and 6 again. So I've reread the first 6. This year, my plan is to read 7, 8, 8.5. But I do have 2 arcs that I need to read first. But I'm so excited to move because I'll finally get to a book that I haven't read yet. And I'm really excited. I also recently bought book 9 because, I have a problem.
Yeah. That's fair.
Right.
We'll talk more because
I really want to look through my phone. I have your Finch text, but I don't remember you saying anything.
Yeah, just read it later. Read it later.
What's your favorite of the year, possibly?
Okay, I'm having a hard time because Camille Dulaine and Betrayal of Eden and Andromache.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I feel like there's another one that I really loved that I'm going to be mad that I didn't put in a Wait, is Kiss of Deception this year? Kiss of Deception was this year too. Oh. Okay, I think I like Kiss of Deception more than Andromache.
Sorry, Heather, no, Finch doesn't have text. Cassie and I text each other about Finch.
Yeah. Which, if you're on Finch, we should add each other. If you're not on Finch, I want to invite you because I want to get the cow. Hey,
I am one person away.
No, I said it first.
I am one person away. And, okay, fun story, guys. So, Finch, if you add people, you get rewards, right? I got Cassie on, and my sister-in-law was like, I don't want to do that. I was like, fine, be a sister-in-law about it. No, she actually had a good reason. And then I was like, oh, I have a younger brother that specifically has told me he wants help with goals. We should talk to him. My sister goes to him and says, hey, you should add Finch, and doesn't give him a friend code. And he adds it. And I was like, I could have had the cow. I could have had the cow. And she's like, oh, my bad. I'm like, girl, I wanted that cow.
Oh, you funny.
I was so close.
Funny. Well, I want the cow.
He's actually, and this is all in fun and jest, but he's actually been using it to meet his goals, which is, I love the psychology behind Finch. I think that they do it really well. So, and I think this is on brand for us because we like to talk about goals anyway. But yeah, if you want a fun way to meet your goals, let us know. And also shout out to Heather for introducing us to Finch. And we should have got a friend code from you, but we didn't. So you could have had a cow.
Yeah.
Well, you did not text me about this.
I did text you.
You need to look back at your text. You texted me asking me about invoices. You did not text me about keeping a lawsuit.
I for sure texted you.
We're absolutely gonna fight over this.
And I'm gonna show you that album right.
Do it. Yes, we are friends, but we didn't use your friend code to give you a reward because we didn't realize you were on it when we joined.
Actually, I don't know that I have Heather on here.
We are Finch friends, yes. Hashtag wish. I wish we were.
I wish we were sponsored.
I like what they do. I think they do a good job.
I found it, friend. And if your phone don't have it, that's on you. You have a
terrible phone. Screenshot it and send it to me again.
I am.
While she does that, what was your challenge or something that was difficult this month?
I think this month was just difficult in general because life. I think I talked about this in the last live. I don't remember. I talked about it somewhere. I think I did, yeah. Because I feel like the later half of 2025 punched me in the face and is continuing to punch me in the face. So I think that was just, yeah. And I think the biggest hit came in November. So it just was a lot of chaos. So it just felt super chaotic. And so because of that, I just read a bunch of love stories because I needed something happy. Like, that's literally why I picked what I picked.
Okay, but that's such a valid thing. And again, we talk about like goals and community, but we also really want you guys to enjoy your reading. And sometimes your reading needs to be tailored to like what you need.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a fluffy read. Sometimes you need an encouraging read. Sometimes you need a challenging read. Sometimes you need something that makes you think, there's so many different reasons to read. And we hope that you find joy in whatever it is you're reading, but sometimes we really need a good story. I told Cassie the other day, I had a dream. I don't remember anything about the dream at this point, except that it was dystopian, and like we were running for our lives and like packing our bags and like deciding. I have a lot of dreams where I have to decide what to keep and what to like leave behind. And they're usually really stressful. But this one, I decided to keep Ella Enchanted, oddly enough, and one other book. And somebody in my dream asked me, why did you keep that book even though you've read it a million times and not take one of the books that you haven't read yet, right? Like, you know this book inside and out. Why would you not take a new book since you love stories? And I said, because this one gave me hope, and I thought we would need some of that. And so I love...
Just so powerful in a dream.
I know, I was like, I'm dropping gold in this dream! Anyways, if you haven't read Ella Enchanted, hashtag sponsorship, as Elizabeth said, go read Ella Enchanted. Anyways, my point is, I love that you illustrate that so beautifully in like such a trying season, because we hope that you guys get that too, right? Sometimes we need a little hope. Sometimes we need just a lighthearted read.
Little fluff. Like,
we need a little candy read.
Yes. They were all clean romances, to be clear, but they were romances. They were just whatever. And I was like, I needed something that wasn't going to cause more anxiety than I already had. Although I did read Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, so...
Girl. Oh my gosh.
I cleaned my car while I did that, and so it was whatever. It was fine. That one didn't give me anxiety, basically because I know the storyline anyways, right? So it was fine. But I didn't want to read anything that was like... So she was reading Fahrenheit 451, and I was like, I don't think I could do that right now. Like, I don't think my anxiety levels could handle that, and so I chose not to read that.
It was a little stressful. Sorry, I just figured I think we have a feature that we have not been utilizing. Are you ready for this?
Oh.
We can show your comments. Sorry, I'm nerding out a little bit. Look here, you guys.
I see.
I also love hearing from you guys in the chat. It's just so much fun. Yeah. Okay, so Heather says Jekyll and Hyde is weird. That one's on my TBR.
It is weird. It is weird. But it wasn't anxiety inducing.
Absolutely, Catherine. Bed full of very Lucinda. Should not mean to give me a curse. Anyways, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But it is time for a reread. Here's something we've been thinking about. We've been thinking about doing like group buddy reads. So Cassie and I do a lot of buddy reads, but we were wondering if like you guys would be wanting to do like anything in 2026 or whatever. Maybe we'll have like a poll to vote on, or just let you guys know ahead of time what we're looking at reading to see if anybody wants to join us, kind of a thing.
Yeah. It's a little hard to plan ahead because we are a little bit more mood readers, but we will do our best.
I love that Cassie's including herself in that, and she's absolutely pointing the finger at me, and she's not incorrect.
Yeah, well, it is you most of the time, but it is me right now, where I'm literally, like, even now, like, again, A Christmas Carol, I could read that. I knew what happened. It didn't bother me. You know, Mara, Daughter of the Nile, like, I already know how it ends. Like, it's great.
Yeah. I do think you should read Fahrenheit 451 at some point, but obviously...
I do want to.
Not right now.
I really wanted to, but I was like, I don't think I can handle it right now, given my life situation. So, yeah. And yes, Heather, I thankfully have read Sunrise on the Reaping a while ago.
You did. I didn't.
Yeah. It was really good. But it definitely causes anxiety because you basically know what's going to happen, right? Because it's Haymitch. And you know the Haymitch of the Hunger Games series. So you know something really awful happened to him. You don't know exactly how the awful thing happens. So that's where the anxiety comes in, because you're like, how is this awful thing going to happen? Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Yep.
Okay, so switching gears away from emotional damage, what was something most delightful or surprising to you this month?
Most delightful. I mean, the romance books are just delightful. Because they are like Hallmark, right? They're pretty formulaic. You know how it's kind of gonna go, but they're just sweet. And like, I don't know, I didn't expect to love romance novels as much as I have been enjoying them, because I never watch Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
Like, I
That's
think I've
nice.
seen one in my entire life, and I don't
Like
even
when
know if
I'm
I'd watched
sick,
it
I
all
go
the
to
way
Hallmark.
through.
And it's for the same reason you're talking about, is because I know how they end.
Yeah.
And they're so surface level that I'm like, I make fun of people who watch Hallmark because I think, no, that's not true. Let me restate that. I make fun of Hallmark movies because they're really bad and they're so formulaic. But I watch them when I have like 102-degree fever because they're so formulaic. Like, there's a time and a place for Hallmark. I'm not
so you
mad
can
at
like, in your sick state, zone out for a minute or two, as you will on a fever, and come back to the story and not have missed anything.
nothing. Also, I think it's like you're saying with the romance. It's something that's lighthearted. It's not something that's like, Heather's talking about like dystopian. It's really too close to real life sometimes. It's not something that is going to pull you into that anxiety that you're dealing with. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones by Rosanna M. White that I read, the 3, they are a little bit more intense because they were set in World War II. So there was some, wanting to make sure that the, Germans don't find them not being loyal, that kind of thing. So there was some level of intensity there, but maybe it was a blessing I read the 3rd book first, because then I knew the other 2 would end well. So it was fine. I don't know, but
I love that Catherine said she read a middle grade book by an author a few years ago that she is now reading a fantasy trilogy by that author. I love that we can go back to authors that we've read in the past and enjoy. That's cool. I actually just recently bought a couple books on eBay that I'm going to see if I can get my youngest brother into. And I'm looking forward to going back and like reading those with him. Some of those middle grade authors that I loved as a kid. So, which we all know I read middle grade anyway. So, okay, I read 4 books this month.
Yes, let's hear which ones you read.
One of them was Fahrenheit 451, which we've already been talking about.
Sorry.
I don't have that one to show. It was really good. Highly enjoyed it. Classic. And then I finished my study on Titus with my women's group. I was delightfully surprised by that one, just because Titus is not a book. When you read books of the Bible, like, you have your favorites and you have your least favorites and all that. And Titus is one of those that I don't ever think about. It's a book of the Bible. Therefore, it's valuable and the Word of God and all that. But it's not one that I'd be like, ooh, let's go study Titus, right? And so the study was just super refreshing and very uplifting. But not uplifting in a way of like surface. Like, they went deep, but they kept it simple. And I really enjoyed that. So that was good. And then the other 2 I read are A Fire and Ash, which was a reread, and then love that cover of Sea and Smoke, which was the first time read, and holy moly, guys. So I really
the cliffhanger. Just imagine having read that when it first came out.
I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Who's had to wait 2 years? 2 years, and the book's still not out yet.
So I did kind of call the twist, but still. Yeah. Anywho, those are the 4 books I read this month. Sea and Smoke is definitely my favorite of the month, and probably my favorite of the year. Which means somebody might end up with a copy of Fire and Ash in our giveaway. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna look back at all the other stuff. But yeah. Sea and Smoke was just fabulous. And I've read some good books this year, right? Like Glass Across the Sea was definitely one I was thinking would be it until I read Sea and Smoke, and I was like, oh, I just love this book so much. Yeah. So, I think I would say that the thing that delighted me and surprised me is probably Titus, but also Fahrenheit 451. Fahrenheit 451, I wouldn't use the word delightful, but I would say it surprised me. And
yeah, I can imagine delightful is not an adjective for Fahrenheit 451.
right. Well, so I listened to it while I was in the car driving to my grandparents' house last month. And so I was trapped in a car and not able to like escape. I mean, obviously I could have like stopped the audiobook, I guess. But what happened, what had happened was I needed an audiobook that I could listen to on this 8-hour drive. And I had pre-picked this one before the drive started. And when I pushed play, I looked up about, I don't know, it's like a 5-hour book. It must have been like 2 hours later. And I was like, oh, it's been 2 hours. Like I was so consumed by this, like the narration was so well done. But it was so compelling that I was completely engaged in the story and didn't realize any time had passed until I looked up like a third of the way into the book. So that surprised me that I was like, I didn't really know much going into it except that I expected to like it. And people who had read it told me that they thought I would like it. But I just didn't expect it to be so gripping. And just like, it just sucked me in completely. So it surprised me, but I really enjoyed it. So
yeah.
Heather says it's been a long time since I've been that sucked into it. Yeah, me too. Like I've read books that are page turners, and I've read books that I did want to put down. And I'm not a huge audiobook person. I really struggle with listening to audiobooks of books that I've never read before. And there were some parts in Fahrenheit 451 that I was like, I don't know that I understood that entirely. I read an audiobook this month, which we'll talk about in our next live, that I definitely missed some stuff in. And I told my sister, I was like, I know I'm missing things and I need to reread this. But anywho, it's been a long time since I was that sucked into a book, as Heather said, for sure.
Yeah. Also, Heather, you really need to read Glass Across the Sea.
Yes. I was going to say, she said she needs to read Glass Across the Sea.
So good. So I would definitely move that one up your list.
Absolutely. It's probably my second favorite of the year after Sea and Smoke. And excluding my middle grade, I think I am going to have to divvy out my YA and my middle grade, which I usually do for my blog anyway, but I will probably for the challenge pick my YA favorite just because that's more what this audience is. But
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, challenge, and then we'll get into our 2026. I think November was just a little bit crazy. Like, obviously, Cassie's dealing with crazy. I'm dealing with different crazy. My crazy is just like normal life crazy. Cassie's like dealing with all curveball crazy. I've just I went to visit my grandparents for my annual visit to see them. I went on my 17th anniversary book date with my grandpa. Woo woo. And then I was like dog sitting for Thanksgiving and getting ready for Christmas programs and stuff. So I just struggled to make time for writing, but also reading. I mean, I didn't make time for writing either.
That too.
That too. Yeah. So I think my challenge was just that I didn't make the time for a lot of reading because I had a lot of other responsibilities in November. I feel like that's kind of been the whole second half of the year. It's been I've read a little bit less this year than normal. Like my goal is 75. And normally at this point I'm on like 72 or 73. And I'm on like 69. I'm like, I have not missed my reading goal since I started setting this in like 2012.
So you gotta get on it, girl.
You know I'm not about to miss it right now.
Well, hey, this one won't take you long. So
I'm actually thinking about reading The Nutcracker this year. Because I read A Christmas Carol last year. And to be fair, A Christmas Carol
I needed it for my winter bingo. So.
It's one of my I put it on that bingo card because it is one of my top favorite stories. I love A Christmas Carol so much.
I finished my winter bingo. I just haven't filled these two on here. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to next month we'll have to bring out all our cards and be like, this is so.
Yes.
Okay, let me check the comments and then we'll do our 2026 stuff. Rebecca says, I've failed them pretty much every time. Girl, That's
Hey,
a
it's
real
okay.
struggle. It's okay. But you've read and you've worked towards your goal and you've made progress. That's great.
Exactly.
I've not read anything less than 50 books since I started counting and paying attention. Ooh, it's not as good as the ballet? That's good to know. I don't really know what I'm stepping into, but I did get a really nice Barnes & Noble copy, and I thought this would be the time of year to read it. And I love the ballet so much, so we'll see. But thanks for the warning. We'll show that so that people can be like, what is she talking about? Also, welcome, Rebecca. I think we missed you earlier. Advantage for you having waited so long for Keeper of Velocities? Absolutely. Absolutely. I can plow past those cliffhangers. Yes. Okay. Something that made you mad in the middle of the Nutcracker? I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Oops, my light's flickering. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's pretty subtle on the camera.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
There it is.
Yep.
Completely lost track of time. Well, we're glad to have you here. Okay, yes. So we talked about challenge. We talked about favorites. Reminder, fill out your prize form. It's due on Monday so that we can order our stuff and we can pick our giveaway winner and all that. And then Zoom, we'll send out the details for the Zoom, but it will be Tuesday the 16th at 3:30 Central Time. Mark your calendars. We'd love to see you. And it'll just be an end-of-the-year party hangout kind of thing. We'd love to see your beautiful faces. Okay, yes. 2020. Green.
It is green. Our favorite color.
We did have one. Any final guesses? We had one person. I think Heather made a guess earlier.
Yeah. Anyone has a final guess?
Put it. Now's the time. Let me pull up the graphics.
It's weird because I think what you guys see chat is down here, but for us chat is over here.
Like in the side.
Oh, and then it's on the other side for Coralie. That's so funny.
Well, I think we're kind of facing each other. I'm pulling up the graphics so I can show you the beautiful graphic that Emily did for us. We love Emily and her graphic magic that she does.
They're always so beautiful. We love her graphic. Her covers are amazing. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, I think Kirk did Camille Delane. Never mind. I was thinking Emily did the cover for that, but she did not.
Okay, we have talked about a scavenger hunt as a possibility. We'll say we almost went with that.
We did. We were really close to it.
That was the top contender until this idea popped up, and it was kind of a last minute idea that just went and took off. Like everything fell into place.
Yeah, that's how we know that's the idea to go with, guys. Because we'll brainstorm ideas. We'll be like, yeah, there's these.
Yeah, we'll talk about this all year long,
and we'll have one or two that we're like, yeah, maybe, but it never clicks. And then we find the one that clicks. We're like, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Are you ready for the graphic?
I don't know if you can hear my drum roll.
Can you see the graphic?
Yes, we can. Okay, I can see the graphic.
2026 reading challenge is.
It is.
Are you gonna say it?
Oh, you want me to say it?
Go for it.
It is Bookopoly.
Heather, I have no idea how you guessed that, but you guessed it right.
Probably because we talked about it on one of our lives at one point.
Did we? I don't remember. I feel like Bookopoly was such a last minute idea.
I don't know, but I don't know.
You absolutely got it, Heather. I feel like you gold star. Boom.
Yeah, here you go.
So yes, we're going to do a Bookopoly challenge. We don't have the board created yet. Maybe it was one of the brainstorming sessions. I don't remember.
Because I think we brainstormed with them during one of the Zoom meetings.
Yeah, see, when you come to the Zoom meetings, stuff happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why y'all should come.
But we have, I'll show you. We don't have all of this stuff created yet, but I did break out my good old Monopoly board. Woo. I've had this board since I was 7 years old, guys. This is my Monopoly board. And Cassie and I spent 2 hours mapping out everything.
Yeah.
So we are going to create a Monopoly board that is a Bookopoly board for you guys. We'll send that out in January or at the end of December, I think we said, so that you have it ready for January.
Yes,
Somewhere,
that way come January 1, you're ready to rock and roll with the game board.
Yeah, that's the plan anyways. Let me pull up the prize graphic so I can read it.
You want to just share your screen and share it?
I can. I just have to find it in the folder. So this one is the one that has the typo in it because I don't have the new one yet, but that's okay.
Oops.
It's missing an S, but we do have the actual updated graphic. We just haven't
put it in our folder.
Put it in the folder yet. I haven't downloaded it from the thing yet. Okay. So there is our prize graphic.
Woot woot.
So we're going to have same prizes as normal. Usually you've got the participant badges. We're going to do bookmarks again. I've actually already designed the bookmark for 2026 because I was that excited for it.
We didn't design much of anything else, but we got the bookmark.
We got the bookmark though.
We're ahead on that part.
Yep. We got the stickers, and then we'll do another short story, which is our, tradition. And then the giveaway will be the same as normal for sure.
Yeah. You want to go over the rules?
Yep.
With the folks
next.
Because y'all are probably wondering, how is this Bookopoly board thing going to work? So we will explain.
Oh my gosh, Heather says she's never played Monopoly.
That's crazy, girl. You should find someone to play with.
Yes.
Because, it can be a long game.
It can be a long game. It is a game of chance. You're rolling the die. Isn't that always how excitement works? You design the fun stuff and not the complicated stuff. Rebecca.
That's so true.
So true.
Coralie's like, you're going to make a spreadsheet for this, right? And I was like,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I totally am.
Well, we got to get you guys the book tracker like normal. So we'll make sure you have your book tracker with the new colors and all that stuff. And like I said earlier, we're going to make the web page that you can invite your friends to if you want them to join too. Haven't done that yet, but I don't think that'll be too complicated because we made one for this year for the first time. So I'm going to use that as a template, which will be easier.
Yeah.
Okay. Prizes. Nope, not prizes. Rules.
Gotcha. The other stuff.
The
less fun stuff, but the important
stuff.
stuff.
My computer's doing a weird thing where normally when you click on a photo in a folder, you can just click the arrow and go through the photos. For some reason, my computer is not doing that, and I have to close the photo and click on the new photo. And so that's why I'm taking a minute here.
That's fair.
It was being weird. Okay, so rules. And we'll kind of show you we'll walk over this for Heather particularly because you've never played Monopoly. But you play the Bookopoly board for reads. Every read earns prize point. Prize points earn prizes. That's about it.
It's pretty simple, straightforward.
Yep. Completed boards are going to be kind of like the blackout we did this year where you get extra giveaway entries. So there's that. And then we do have, so what we're partially excited about, we're excited about a lot of things, but what we're partially excited about for this is and part of why it was challenging, the scavenger hunt was a little bit challenging because of this. So we may still do that in the future, but we specifically and intentionally want to design these challenges so that they're scalable for whatever your goals are, right? So if your goal is 50 books a year, we want you to have the tools that you need to participate in the challenge and hit your personal goal. If your goal is 10 books a year, we want you to be able to still participate. So we wanted to design the challenge so that, like the bingo cards, you can read as many books as you want and still play in the challenge, or the TBR challenge that we did. That doesn't matter. We don't want to tell you how many books to read. We want you to be able to decide that, right? And the books owned challenge, same thing. We're deciding how many books we want to read individually because it's really important to us because we don't want to cut anybody out because there's too few or too many books or whatever. We want to support you and your reading goals, not force you into our reading goals. So we liked the Bookopoly because you can play the board. And obviously we'll give you a book one, not an actual Monopoly board here. But you can play multiple boards. So if you're, don't remember. There's 40 squares on a Monopoly board, I think, because there's 4 sides and there's 10 squares on each side. So you should be able to play, like, black out a board basically and get 40 books, I think is right, but I'll have to look back at what we wrote down. There's a couple of options where you could read like more than one book for something. But if you want to do a second board, then you can do that, right? So
yeah, you can read as many boards as you want.
Yeah, or as few, right? If you want to if you want to read less, you can read less, is my point. Sorry, I'm sick, guys. I'm sick and I'm trying to make my brain work.
It's okay. And so, no, we're sorry, Rebecca. You can't read Park Place.
But instead of Park Place, see if I wrote it down. You want a sneak peek here? So instead of Park Place, you will read a book that is outside of the U.S. It can be set outside of the U.S. It can be written by an author outside of the U.S. It could be published outside of the U.S. You get to decide. That's the other thing, is we want to create prompts that give you enough wiggle room to interpret them in a way that suits you. So,
yeah.
But Boardwalk is outside of the U.S. Park Place, you said Park Place, not Boardwalk. Park Place is American Lit. So, there's your sneak peek.
There you go.
But yes, the flexibility, Elizabeth, is really what we want to shoot for with these goals, because we want to serve you guys really well and make sure that that's something that makes it fun, but also that helps you meet your goals. So,
yes.
Okay, Heather asked a great question. She says, does it work like bingo, or are you supposed to roll a die and let it be random?
Love this
we
question.
Have talked so much about this. We had a full-out argument about this. Not really. But.
We had a very, very thorough discussion.
Yes. I don't know that we actually came to a decision. So I think what we decided was either one.
Yeah. I think we decided to leave it up to y'all.
Yeah.
I am choosing, at least to start the year. If life punches me in the face again, I might change my mind. But to start the year, I'm going to play it like a board game.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll the dice.
I think we're going to try to do. And there's a couple of ways that you could do that. So the way that you play Monopoly, the basic premise is that you roll the dice and you move your piece, and then whatever property you land on, there are some things that are properties, there are some things that are like action steps. They tell you what to do. And we've designed our board to reflect that. So you have some that are reflective of properties and then some that are like take actions kind of thing. So we've tried to incorporate that to make it a little more fun. But you theoretically would check the box for whatever property. So for Park Place, American Lit, you're going to read a book that's American Lit. Then you can check that and say, okay, I quote unquote bought Park Place, right? Or you've done
completed
that. You've completed that book, right? So then you're going to roll the dice and you're going to keep going around the board and around the board. So theoretically, in a real game of Monopoly, you can't buy the properties more than once. You buy the property. You can trade the properties with other players, but that's complicated. So what we're
not doing that is reading.
Right. We're thinking if you land on that square a second time, you could either choose to read another book that falls on that square, or you could skip it and roll again until you land on a square you haven't fulfilled. That's up to you guys too. Again, we're a little wibbly wobbly with the rules, and you could see that with the bingo this year too. We were a little wibbly wobbly with the rules, just because again we want book swap. Heather, I love that idea. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, Rebecca says I'm going to steal one of the family's Monopoly boards. Yes.
So do you know? I just had this idea. Maybe I should wait and say this privately, but I'm going to say it now because I'm already in it. But did you know there's a spot on some website where you can order a Monopoly board that's completely customized?
No, I did not. I was going to make it myself.
A friend bought me one. So I went to this summer camp we were counselors at. It was a creative writing camp. And we had a lot of inside jokes and stuff. And she made a Monopoly board with all of the inside jokes and all of the, it was so cool. We only ever got to play it once together, which is sad because I can't play it with anyone else. No one else understands
it's all the jokes. Yeah.
But it would be kind of fun if we could do that here. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebecca's, I love that you, okay, we were a little nervous, so we're glad that you guys are excited about Bookopoly, because we're like, is this too complicated? But I think we've tried to make it simple and make it fun.
Yeah.
So we'll give you the book tracker just like normal. We'll give you a board that you can use, just like we created the bingo cards. We'll create a board for you guys. And then...
Not a real one like what my friend got me, but a printable
It's not a physical board.
paper.
It'll be a digital board, but you can print it out if you want to. Part of this idea came from, I have like a Bookopoly, not a Bookopoly. I have a Monopoly that I created in a bullet journal for my savings goals. And I was like, man, it'd be so much fun to do that with books. So we haven't quite figured out how we're going to do that yet digitally, but we're going to figure it out. So,
which we probably should have done before we decided full steam ahead with this concept, but you know,
it clicked, like we said.
When we said it wasn't clicking, that we were down to the wire. Like, we literally figured this out last month, like October, end of October. We were like, oh, we really got to nail this down. We got to find what clicks.
Well, because we had to give information to Emily so that she could put them on the graphics. So we had to figure this out. And we tried so many different things. We were thinking about the scavenger hunt. We thought about redoing one of the old challenges, like the books owned challenge. We still think we might redo that one because a lot of you guys really loved that one. But like, yeah, there's a lot of, we thought about a safari challenge. We thought about all kinds of different stuff. Somebody mentioned an alphabet. I think Valerie mentioned an alphabet challenge. I was like, how can we make that work, but make it scalable so that it works for everybody? And so we had a lot of different ideas. And each time we discussed it like there was a problem with it that wouldn't make it work for the needs that we have and the priorities that we have for you guys. And then when Bookopoly came back around, we were like, wait a minute, hold on, this could work. And it just
came together. Yeah.
There's an apples to apples Cards Against Humanity type game based on a romance tropes. Oh, and my critique group just scratched out the inappropriate suggestions and added their inside writer jokes instead. That's fun. Oh, Rebecca, girl, I hope you mend quickly. That's rough.
Yes.
For sure. Okay, I had one other thing I wanted to briefly touch on. Cassie, is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
I don't think so.
The only other thing I wanted to mention was I don't think we've announced anywhere.
I do, but you go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think we've announced anywhere except the email list that the name of our short story this year is The Mystery of Milk Lake. And so I thought maybe we should announce that in one of the lives.
Yes, and this is the last live of the year.
Yeah. Oh, right, because it's December. So that we've still got to do a round of proofs, which I was hoping to do last week, but I ended up at a funeral out of state, and so that didn't get done. And so that will get done after my Christmas performance. When we pull our giveaway winner, we'll do our proofs, and then we'll send that out. But we're really excited about it. We had a lot of fun with it. I don't have a cover to show you yet.
We also have not done yet.
Started on it, but I haven't finalized it. And then our night is Night Loyal. So it's Night Loyal and the Mystery of Milk Lake. And we're really excited for this one, and we hope you guys really enjoy it. So I just wanted to throw out there that the short story is drafted. It just hasn't been proofed yet.
Yes, it's there, which we've been saying for a couple months now, but life is
we didn't finish drafting it till October.
Yeah, but I think we said it on the October and November live that we were editing it, because I feel like we've said it multiple times now.
We may have said we were drafting it in October, but we didn't finish drafting it till the end of October. And then in November, we were supposed to proofread it, and November was like...
Remember when I said that I got punched in the face?
Life punches.
Upside down? Yeah, that happened.
So anyways, while you're waiting for it, if you want to reread the first two, you could totally do that, because we absolutely dropped some Easter eggs.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. Yes, we did, because it was fun.
All right. What was your thing?
Last thing I was just going to mention, because I almost forgot that I'm doing this. I haven't announced it to my email list yet, so y'all are going to be the first to know.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, which Coralie doesn't really even know because I came up with this
I
on
know, I'm
Wednesday.
like, what are you talking about? I wish I knew what she was fixing to say.
I think you kind of know because I did mention it a little bit briefly. I came up with this on Wednesday, so it's not all come together yet. But in January, I'm going to be doing a goal setting challenge / workshop where we'll talk through like how to set goals for the year that you'll actually stick to, as well as the systems and just like the systems that you'll need to achieve your goals. So if you're interested in that, you should get on my email list. Or reach out and let me know you're interested
in our recap email so that you guys have that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Which is a natural, like, we love talking about goals. We talk about goals all the time. January is the time to talk about goals. So
it is.
If you guys want to set goals outside of reading, hit us up. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Okay, well, it's been really fun to have you guys. Thanks for showing up for our final live of the year. We'll see you at the Zoom in 2 weeks. What is today? Is it a week and a half? 11 days.
Yes.
Is this different from what you're doing this month? Heather asks.
Yes, it is. So this month was more about like reflecting on the year and how much you've accomplished, and then kind of setting some goals for the new year. Whereas the one in January is going to be only about setting goals and creating the systems needed to reach those goals. So there is some overlap. But
like the key there is not like Cassie doesn't just want to help you set the goals. She wants to help you put the systems in place to meet the goals.
Yes.
That's a really big step.
Yes, because a lot of times we all set New Year's resolutions, right? Where we're like, in 2026, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. And then the end of January hits and you've already stopped doing whatever it was that you said you wanted, or by February, right? So, but there's systems that you can put in place so that you actually carry out your goals throughout the year.
Yep. Good question. All right.
Yes.
I think that's all we have. I feel like as soon as we stop this live, we're going to be like, oh, we forgot this. So check the email. We'll send that out. The Zoom date, Catherine, is the 16th. It'll be in the email. I haven't created the link yet, but I'll create that and put that in the email this weekend. But it'll be the 16th at 3:30 Central Time. Yes, ma'am. That was when the most people said they could make it. So we wanted to try to fit in the most people that we could.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. And then check your emails. You're going to get probably more emails than usual this month because I've got to deliver the prizes. I'll give you the recap from this month. I'll send you the email about the Zoom reminder. And then we'll send out an email about the giveaway. So there'll be a few more emails this month than normal, but hopefully all good things. Don't forget to fill out the prize form. We want to make sure you guys get your prizes.
Yes.
And thanks for joining us. Great job hitting your goals and doing the variety bingo challenge this year. We're really excited that you guys got to read and have fun this year.
Yes, for sure.
All right. We'll see you in 2026, unless we see you at the Zoom, in which case it will still be 2025.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
But have a good one.